Culture, and in this video I'm going to take you through a very useful tool for language usage, which is called the Common European Framework of Reference for Languages, or the CEFR for short. So even though the word European is in the title, this is a complete international standard which can be applied to any language in terms of describing language ability. And the CEFR describes language on a 6-point scale, A1 for beginners all the way up to C2 for those who've mastered the language. In those 6 points are then grouped into 3 broad levels. A1 and A2, basic user, B1 and B2, independent user, and C1 and C2, proficient user. You can find pretty much everything that you want to find out about the CEFR levels on the Council of Europe website, coe.int. There you'll find the self-assessment grid, and you'll find qualitative aspects of spoken language use, and of course the global scale. And if we go, there you go. It's been Gaelic Galore. We'd much rather show you how it works by dressing up and wearing stupid hats. A1. They can understand and use familiar, short, isolated language, introduce themselves and others, ask simple questions, where they live, what they know, people they know, things they have, and they have to talk slowly and clearly. As smisha ruari, ha mi a furoch alnan dunje, ha mi yolach Callum, ha da chu akam, Cymru ha uhain. Now, if you're A2, you're looking at being able to give information about your family, talking about going shopping, bit about local geography, employment, your immediate needs, and can use connectors like but, like, because. Ach, maar, or. She echen in tenne mahorom, she doctor honum, agus ha mi a gober an an hospital an a main evaluate, ha mi polsta, agus ha da nien agam, is stolum egol mo bicycle, femi mi clogad a cur orum, or chanel mi a giari mo chaun a vrishig. So that's the A's. You're looking at there, you're just, that's kind of maybe a lot of learnt information, stuff that you know off by heart, that you're able to fit into a very narrow set of contexts. And you'll take a lot of time sometimes to process, and that's fine. B, as we've talked about, you're already what we call an independent user. Now, that doesn't mean you're going to be having big, full conversations just yet, but let's see what B does mean. So B1, you understand the main points if somebody's talking to you. Talk about your work, school, leisure. You can produce simple texts. You describe your experiences, your dreams, your ambitions. You can give reasons for your opinions. And you may pause, which is fine. You can take your time and get through it. Hello, Cymru Hashuf, she dol yn hynny mahoro. Chaimig yn Span yn nuri, agus chorsteg landrum. Is tolm in Span, or ha na dunya carjo, han chije gama che, agus, well, ha in be excunyal. Ach, can you make kinchoch? Cymru chanes mi paella as a Gaelic. Now B2 is another step up, and you're starting to push towards fluency at this point. So your B2, you can understand the main ideas of complex texts. There'll be fluency and spontaneity, in your conversation. You'll probably be able to talk without strain. You should be able to explain a viewpoint, and you should be able to talk about things like advantages and disadvantages. If you get into a longer conversation, you could be quite jumpy and things will break down, but that's B2 for you.
Hi, is sé Grígar in héna a thom ha mí ag dúntaigh na Gaelic ach ha mí smúneigh go bhfuil mo Gaelic a fás na seaar agus ha móran choraman ansa Gaelic ha na seaar na bhí díreach brúin béirle a bhain is talam hín bhí a dul amach ar an long seolaíach agus is seolaigh suas agus sias costaníos na halaba ha sin a córs de grúm gomán agus ha fad na seaar na bhí ar tíd.
So now we're into the epic level, the God level, C1, C2. What does that mean? Well, C1 is a little bit like people who, in their own language, just maybe aren't as masterful at it as some other people are. Think about, I don't know, Premiership footballer versus Stephen Fry. I don't know. But C1 should be able to deal with demanding texts, pick up implicit meaning, fluent without any major problems in terms of flow. Errors are rare. They can deal with most social, academic and professional situations. Only time they might struggle with language is if something's very conceptually difficult. So, C1.
Wel, nu vis mi brun ag an íru seo, sŵn yn go brun mi'n cyfwr o hwla cael, ac nid ha cwysyn y dociar mae'r eisiau pwyr hwys awn yn outer space, mae'r gwyn bi ag stoch yn achil ac yn yr hwla ffacl ciatol i sy'n agos. Geharage, fe mi na spirit yr yn y fi gyma ffai coch nŵr hat y janw re-entry. Agad gwyn bi ag jos a losgwg stuus, burning up, gyda ti'r anwr had y chyn ysdeg yn y atmosffer, awn do i ha rwfwa agos rwchas ysdeg ysyn, fe mi ha gyma cwn o'r stoch.
And C2 is your top level. C2 is you're completely mastered it. You are able to summarize, reconstruct, you're spontaneous, you're fluent, you're able to deal with a language at a high register, and you're pretty much, as good as anybody in that language going forward. So that's C2.
Hallo a cháirstein, cymar a háisiú. Ha mi idíoch ar a bhí léimhigh sár bhárs do cháirle bhí ciléhan, sár bhárs na géal ans an ica de bhlín, agus fa mi héin i cruasachach mar a thug I bhárstoch, agus an scríbhigh éiche, buai na scríb den úde a hanig as a dheui, rí lín scuasa den economach agus sóisiúlte an in méin in lín. Geharage is Jane Darrell Hoggy, agus mar a húgan íomhaoch hánrite rúideoch a chwachesan is a bhárstoch éiche, mar a húg sin árochug súl nan géal.
But what use is all this different level stuff? How's the benefit for you, the Gaelic learner or the Gaelic lap speaker? Benefits of CFR, whether you're somebody who's learning Gaelic as an adult, whether it's something you picked up as a child from your family, but you don't use it very much anymore. You went through Gaelic medium and you were fluent, you were up there at C1 level maybe, and then you've dropped right down and it lets you know where you sit. So you're not thinking, oh, I'm just a complete beginner, I've got to go right back to your basic Ismisha, Ruari, Kimera, How stuff at the start. You're probably sitting nicely at maybe B1, B2, and you just need a bit more suitable learning material to help you get back to where you should be. That's the benefit of it. It lets you know who you are, and it also lets you track your progress. So you know that you're learning at a decent level. Once you've worked out where you are on the CEFR as well, it's really useful because you've managed to do a little audit on yourself to say, right, what can I talk about? And if you arrange with other people who are Gaelic users, and there might be people who are very fluent who you associate with, or maybe just have very basic Gaelic you associate with, once you work out what you can all talk about, then you can make an arrangement, almost an agreement, a contract, that you will only use Gaelic when you talk about those things. So there might be parts of your life that you'll use English for, or your other major language. But for this certain thing, say for example, getting a cup of tea or getting food every day, you will do that. You will go through that process in Gaelic, agree it, and do it. So it's little things like that. That's where the CFR really helps. It lets you know, what can I do, who can I do it with, and also lets you track once you're able to move beyond that. Really good because it allows you to match yourself up with people around about a similar standard, and also to access materials. So if you've got the learngaelic.scot website, they have all their materials now, I believe, are all pegged at A1, A2, B1, B2, C1, C2. So that really lets you know what you're looking for and what will be of the most benefit to you. So it's really useful in that matter as well. So I hope that's given you a little insight into how CEFR works and how you can also use it to improve your Gaelic talk in particular, but also all your other language skills. So anyway, ha min dochas gon de chord roiv, agus gon Jenny Fame Life. But stay safe out there, friends. Keep learning Gaelic and keep loving Gaelic. Cheers and drásda.